In the world of antique jewelry, there is a chilling legend that surrounds the House of Hesse, a prominent German noble family. The story tells of a beautiful diamond tiara shaped like strawberry leaves that has brought a century of misfortune to the family. It is said that whoever wears it is cursed, destined to be plagued by misfortune and sorrow for the rest of their life, and in some cases, even lose their life. In modern times, the tiara has never been worn again, but the stories surrounding it continue to draw curiosity. How could a piece of jewelry hold such power to alter someone's fate? To understand this, we must go back to the royal wedding of 1861 in Britain. That year, Princess Alice, the second daughter of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, officially announced her engagement. Alice was considered the most beautiful of Queen Victoria's daughters. Her father, Prince Albert, had called her the beauty of the family when she was only a year old. Due to her striking appearance, Alice was a beloved figure within the royal family, especially cherished by her father, Prince Albert. Alice was not only intelligent and beautiful, but also incredibly kind-hearted. After the death of the Queen's mother, Alice voluntarily took on the responsibility of caring for and comforting her mother. In a letter to her uncle, King Leopold of Belgium, Queen Victoria wrote, "Dear Alice is filled with such deep tenderness, love, and sympathy for me." In 1861, 18-year-old Alice married Prince Louis of Hesse. The two had fallen in love at first sight during their arranged meeting, and their marriage was a union of happiness. To celebrate this important moment in his daughter's life, Prince Albert personally designed a tiara for her. This magnificent crown was crafted by the royal jeweler Gerard, featuring a unique design of spiked strawberry leaves adorned with thousands of sparkling diamonds, a fitting accessory for a princess to wear on her wedding day. However, no one could have anticipated that with the arrival of this strawberry leaf tiara in the British royal family, misfortune would soon follow. The first to fall victim to the curse was its designer, Prince Albert. On the eve of Princess Alice's wedding, Prince Albert, who had always been in good health, suddenly contracted typhoid fever and passed away. His untimely death left Queen Victoria with a lifelong grief that could never be fully healed. The national mourning for the prince's death also meant that what should have been a grand royal wedding was downgraded. The ceremony was forced to take place in a small room at Osborne House on the Isle of Wight. The wedding has since been described as one of the saddest royal weddings in modern history. In a letter to her eldest daughter, Victoria, the Queen wrote that the ceremony felt more like a funeral than a wedding, with many royal relatives shedding tears during the event, and a heavy sadness hung over the entire affair. The bride, Princess Alice, wearing the strawberry leaf tiara and looking somber, had no idea that wave after wave of loss and tragedy would soon repeat throughout her life. After the wedding, Princess Alice and her new husband moved to Germany, bringing with them the tiara, which she cherished as a keepsake from her father. Alice and Louis settled in a house in the old town of Darmstadt, Hesse. Although the conditions there could not compare to her homeland in the British Empire, Alice felt deeply content. She and her husband remained close throughout their marriage and had 7 children together. After the birth of her second daughter, Princess Alice decided to break with aristocratic tradition and breastfeed her baby herself, a decision that Queen Victoria criticized, revealing Alice's strong maternal instincts. Alice frequently wore the strawberry leaf tiara, which appeared in many of her official portraits and was one of her most cherished pieces of jewelry. Wearing the strawberry leaf tiara at official events became a tradition for the House of Hesse. In 1873, misfortune struck. One day, Alice's youngest and most beloved son, Friedrich, was playing with his brother Ernest in their mother's bedroom. Ernest ran to an adjoining room at a right angle to Alice's bedroom and began peeking through the window at his younger brother. Alice quickly called out to Ernest to be careful. When he refused to step away from the window, Alice rushed over to pull him away. Meanwhile, Friedrich climbed onto a chair next to the open window in Alice's bedroom. The chair tipped over, and Friedrich fell from the window, plunging 6 meters to the ground below. Alice witnessed the tragedy unfold before her eyes. In a panic, she ran downstairs and scooped up her blood-covered son. Friedrich still clung to life with a faint breath, and if it weren't for his hemophilia, he might have survived. Tragically, a few hours later, he died of a brain hemorrhage at just 3 years old. Alice was utterly devastated, crying for days, unable to get out of bed. Even though her tears ran dry, they could not bring her son back. After Friedrich's death, the grief-stricken Alice often prayed at his grave. His death also left a lifelong scar on his brother Ernest, who told his mother that he wished the entire family could die together rather than leaving the world alone like Fritti had. A few years later, tragedy struck again. The entire ducal family contracted diphtheria, a highly contagious and deadly disease at the time. Alice's eldest daughter, Victoria, was the first to fall ill, diagnosed with diphtheria the following morning. The illness quickly spread to the other children, and soon after, her husband, Louis, was also infected. Initially, Alice did not contract the disease, but she took on the responsibility of caring for the entire family. Soon, her daughter, Marie, passed away. Alice kept this news from her other children for months, and when she finally told them, her son Ernest broke down in tears. To comfort him, Alice broke the strict rule of avoiding contact with the infected and kissed her son. This kiss would prove to be fatal for Alice. On Saturday, December 14th, the anniversary of Prince Albert's death, Alice's condition worsened. Her final words were, "Dear Papa." Princess Alice became Queen Victoria's first child to pass away, more than 2 decades before her mother. She lived only 35 years. After her death, the Strawberry Leaf Tiara was passed to the next Grand Duchess of Hesse, Victoria Melita of Saxe-Coburg, and Gotha, who married Alice's son, Ernest. In photographs, Victoria Melita appears poised and elegant wearing the tiara, ready to embark on a new chapter in life. However, the marriage was deeply unhappy. Victoria grew increasingly despondent over her husband's emotional distance, while Ernest focused most of his attention on the daughter he dearly loved. 3 years into the marriage, Victoria finally discovered the reason for her husband's coldness. One day, she caught Ernest in bed with a naked male servant. From the stable boys to the kitchen helpers, not a single boy was safe. He openly slept with all of them. 2 years later, at Victoria's strong insistence, the couple divorced, ending a 5-year marriage filled with lovelessness, pain, and constant arguments. Victoria removed the glittering strawberry leaf tiara for the last time, carefully locking it away in her jewelry box and leaving it behind in her bedroom. She then left Germany with only a small amount of luggage and moved to France. However, this was not the final chapter in her entanglement with the family. In November 1903, during a visit to Tsar Nicholas II and his family at their hunting lodge in Poland, Victoria and Ernest's only child, Elizabeth, tragically died of typhoid fever at the age of just 8.5. At Elizabeth's funeral, Victoria removed a Hesse medal she had kept as a memento and placed it on her daughter's coffin. After that, she had no further contact with the House of Hesse. Following Victoria's departure, the Hesse Strawberry Leaf Tiara found its third owner, as Ernest remarried a new wife, Eleanor. Like her predecessors, the Grand Duchess Eleanor was delighted when she first saw the tiara. Standing before the mirror, she placed the tiara on her head, marking her formal entry into the Hesse family. During Eleanor's time, the tiara was even more frequently seen in public. Not only did Eleanor love wearing it herself, but she also lent it several times to her daughter-in-law, Princess Cecilia of Greece, who was the older sister of Prince Philip, the late husband of Queen Elizabeth II. After the end of the monarchy in 1918, Eleanor managed to retain the strawberry leaf tiara, along with other valuable family treasures. Princess Cecilia of Greece was renowned as one of Europe's great beauties. After marrying into the Hesse family, she wore the strawberry leaf tiara at numerous events, including the coronation of King George VI in London. On October 9, 1937, Grand Duke Ernest passed away, and Cecilia's husband, George, became the new Grand Duke. A few weeks later, the new Grand Duchess Cecilia, along with her husband George, mother-in-law Eleanor, and son Alexander, boarded a Belgian airline plane from Munich to London to attend the wedding of George's brother, Louis. Cecilia was pregnant with an unborn son, and accompanying them on the flight were 2 family friends, a tutor, and a total of 11 passengers. The ultimate misfortune, though delayed, finally arrived. The plane, carrying nearly all of the key members of the Hesse family's main line, crashed into the chimney of a brick factory, and all passengers on board were killed. In the wreckage, the body of Cecilia's newborn son was found. The Belgian investigation concluded that Cecilia had gone into sudden labor during the flight, causing the pilot to attempt an emergency landing in poor weather conditions, which led to the fatal crash. Despite the complete loss of life in the crash, when the wreckage was cleared, a luxurious jewelry box was found, and inside lay the strawberry leaf tiara, still completely intact. The wedding of Prince Louis went ahead as scheduled, despite the devastating crash. After the rushed ceremony, the new Grand Duke and Duchess of Hesse traveled to Belgium to retrieve the bodies of their family members and the strawberry leaf tiara. The Grand Duke passed away in 1968 without any heirs, marking the end of the male hereditary line of the Hesse family. It is said that the Grand Duchess, Margaret, never wore the strawberry leaf tiara. Today, the tiara belongs to the Hesse Family Foundation, and it has never been worn again.